Gentlemen, how are we? Ladies and gentlemen, listen, welcome to the Leg Up Straight podcast.
Up and about this week, Blake. STRADBROKE week.
It is STRADBROKE week. You could have had like Black Piranha ending that or something like that.
I could have, but
BP makes it 2 in a row.
2 in a row for BP. Hasn't been another one do 2 in a row for a little while. I thought
it's not a race that
it's hard.
It's hard to go back to back.
Yeah. We thought Think About It was going to be here this year, trying to go back to back, but he's gone to the paddock.
He's gone to the paddock.
Yeah,
fair enough. Yeah. Give him a different campaign next time in.
Yeah,
we might see the best of him.
We might.
We didn't this time in.
No, we definitely
obviously
didn't. I feel like this podcast has always got a bit of a STRADBROKE flavour when I'm on it. And so it's nice to finally get to grand final week this week. And the punters that don't like the STRADBROKE will be probably pleased to see the arse end of it. And
who couldn't like the STRADBROKE?
Who couldn't?
It's a great race.
Yeah, I don't want them listening if they don't like the STRADBROKE.
It's a great race. It's a great race. Rough Habit won it.
He did. One of the great wins, Rough Habit.
Up the fence.
Yep. Linton, another one up the fence.
Linton up the fence. Yeah, I wonder if one's going to get up the fence this weekend.
Well, I hope not, because a field that I like, draw in the car park. But historically, wide gates, not that bad.
I heard the great man Mac on the radio saying that if he did have a ride, we'll get to that later, he'd want to be on Volana, current favourite, and he did win on him last week. But
come on, Mac, tell us something we didn't know.
Well, take the lead. Maybe just cop the tip.
Yeah. One of my mates is on him at 60s.
Oh, I'd like that ticket.
Yeah, so would I. He did tell me, but I was
silly.
I've been on him the last 2 years.
Yeah. Well, he's running it 2 years in a row.
Third crack.
See, he ran in the Golden Eagle year.
Yeah.
How old is he now? Is he a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old?
So he won the Fred Best as a 3-year-old, so he got the golden ticket.
Oh, yeah.
So he ran, and then he came back last year. He's in well at the weights. But we'll get into that. We'll talk about the STRADBROKE, and we'll talk about the other Group 1, the JJ Atkins. It could be a Godolphin day in Queensland.
Yeah.
Favourites in the 2 Group 1s.
Big blue day.
Big blue day. It will be a blue day for me if they both win. But how have you been? It's been a good week.
Going well, thanks.
Going well.
Yeah. Be nice to hit back and find a few winners this weekend. It was a rough weekend for me last weekend, but we all have those.
We do. The carnival's been tough up here.
It has been tough. 100 to 1 Group 1 winner.
Sox Nation. Oh, how could you find it?
Oh, Kieran Ma.
I know. That's the sort of thing in hindsight it goes, Kieran Ma, stayer, probably should have not let that go
whacked
around.
It in the quaddie or something.
Yeah, just by chance.
We worked out that how much was the first 4 dividend in that race? We were talking about it.
Was it like 400,000?
Yeah, I was thinking around 500,000.
Yeah, huge.
Be nice.
Wouldn't it be nice? I think if we had have got that first 4, I'm not sure we'd be sitting on this chair today.
I got one once that paid 90,000. Only had a small clip of it. It was Melbourne Cup when Shocking won.
Yes. Yeah, 400,000.
Be nice.
Wouldn't know where to start.
There wouldn't have been 400,000 in the pool, would there?
Probably not.
I don't even know.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't think
we
so.
might be in Nice with the other boys, with Sam and Pat.
Well, somebody's got to do the work.
Someone has.
You
got
and
to do
I.
The work. That's right.
Yeah, it's up to us. But it would be nice. Be nice sipping a couple of. I don't know what they sip over there. I was going to say Mai Tais, but that's like Thailand or something. Margaritas, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I don't mind a chili margarita. Yeah, on a warm day.
It does look a nice time to be over there, doesn't it?
Yeah, be nice.
Anyway.
Beach is not that good over there, though. Not comparatively to here.
Not like what
got
we've
the
got
Gold
here.
Coast.
Well, Hildo should have just come to the
Didn't even
Gold
bother.
Coast. Surfers paradise.
Well, don't start. Why would you want to get married half of the way across the world?
That's right.
When we can't go.
Exactly. Hildo, I'm sure you're listening. I'm sure they're not doing a Kentucky. That'd be a sight to behold.
We'd love to be there, Hildo.
We would, but next time, hopefully there's not a next time, but anyone else in that, I think everyone's probably married in that group, but it's probably me, the next cab off the rank, whenever that might be. But note to self,
Rocky,
have it locally. Don't piss off to the other side of the world.
Oh, I don't know. Well, Maybe Sam can do the work when you get married in Europe.
Yeah.
And we'll go over.
He can stay and we'll go.
All good. Hope the boys are having a good time. It's a
certainly-
great time of year to be in Europe, and wishing Luke Hilton and Rachel King all the best.
Yeah.
Many happy years to come.
I got a phone call from Hildo at, I think it was 10 o'clock Nice time on Tuesday morning after Steffi Magnetic had galloped at Eagle Farm. He said, she went good. I said, yeah, I could tell I was here. But they sounded like they had a few on board. So.
Yeah, probably did. Hopefully you didn't get charged the
No, it was WhatsApp.
international.
So hopefully no roaming.
Yeah, you don't want that.
No, we don't. But we mentioned Sox Nation, Blake, and the punters that had her in their UPC Showdown last Saturday, they went from last to first in one fell swoop. And this week, we've got the UPC Good, Bad, Ugly. You got a good for us?
The good, the great man, James McDonald, riding 5 winners last weekend.
Wasn't that a sight to behold?
There's a lot of baggers out there. I don't know why, but he's the best I've ever seen.
Yep.
Clearly.
Clearly. The bad for me is poor old Adin Thompson, a young local jockey. He's done all the work on Zuna, the second favourite in the JJ Atkins. Got to grand final day, given him the boot. Mark Zahra goes on. So,
Gave him the arse.
yeah,
Poor bastard.
Poor bastard. And the ugly, STRADBROKE weights. We got a top weight with 56, a mare. No real genuine top weight. They didn't raise the weights, and it means that we don't have James McDonald, we don't have Mark Zahra, we don't have Nash Rawiller, we don't have some of our best jockeys in the country riding in Queensland's greatest race.
Yep. Well, let's just get stuck into that, because that is a disgrace,
I agree.
in my opinion. Well, he's rode 5 winners last weekend.
Yep.
And he doesn't get a chance to ride in Queensland's best race.
I think the race has eluded him too. I don't think he's won a
I
STRADBROKE.
don't think he's won a STRADBROKE either.
No.
So, yeah, that sucks.
day.
Like, there should be a minimum weight
Well, I know
that you have to carry in Group 1 handicaps.
and it's 57. There is that rule, and in the past when they've got to this point, they've raised the weights 2 kilos to get that 57 kilo top weight, and that was going to be the talk, because when I Wish I Win, Think About It, those horses didn't pay up for that final sort of first round of acceptances last Wednesday. They knew that that was going to be the case, and they opted to only raise them half a kilo. I don't know if there was a little bit of politics.
Yeah, because she's a mare.
She's a mare, and
They probably said that.
Kieran Maher, I think, came out and said we won't run if she's got to carry too much weight. But I don't get that argument, because it's all relative. If she carried 65 kilos and still only had 5 kilos more than Steffi Magnetica on the minimum, there's still only 5 kilos separate.
Oh, it's absolutely a ridiculous argument, in my opinion, because she's got to carry 1 kilo less than weight for age now. So if they raise it to 57, she would only had to carry weight for age anyway.
Yeah,
So that's a ridiculous argument.
it is.
Valana would have came in with 54 kilos. Mm-hmm. Mac would have had to waste to ride that.
He would have. But maybe they would have... Could he ride... No, he probably couldn't even ride 54 and a half. I think 55 and a half is when he rides half a kilo over on 55 kilo horses, I think.
I think he could get down to 55.
Yeah.
I think he could get down to 55 if he really wanted it.
Yeah. I
So
wonder if
that would have
Valana
been
in
the tip.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I wonder if Valana in a STRADBROKE is that sort of horse that he really could have got down. I don't know if it is. I feel like if it was like I Wish I Win or a horse like that, like a really well-credentialed Group 1 star.
You reckon Max just says stuff it?
Yeah.
Not sitting in the sauna for you, Valana.
Maybe not. That's my thinking.
Who knows?
Who knows? But yeah, it's disappointing, and we know Mac is on 98 career Group 1 winners. That's globally. 99 looks ominous.
Ominous. You reckon? What price?
$1.60.
Oh.
Broadsiding in the...
Weren't you going to take even money the other day?
I was thinking about it.
And you didn't do it.
I didn't.
No, that's unfortunate.
It is, but anyway. I don't think he's across the line, but he's going to be very hard to beat, obviously.
What's the main danger?
I think Smashing Time.
I've got a ticket on him.
Yeah, so do I.
51?
51s, yeah.
Yeah, I think I told you to take it.
You did, and I was already on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'll give you
What price is he?
I think I saw $26 or something this morning.
So we've smashed the overs, gods.
Smashed them.
I don't really think so. But
Mr. Artemisia, he's another one I thought could run a bit of a race. He's
Just
about
getting up the
$12
race.
or $14. But, you know.
the Autumn Sun won this race.
Yep.
He's probably been the best of them in recent times.
In recent times, Rothfire.
Rothfire was pretty good.
Yeah, but no.
He didn't go on with the job, though.
No, but...
The Autumn Sun bolted in a Caulfield Guineas.
Yeah. I don't think we've...
They didn't run him in a Cox Plate, though, did he?
No, they ran scared of Winks. It would have been a great clash.
That would have been a good clash, yeah.
Disappointing.
So what you're saying is Winks shouldn't have won 4 Cox Plates?
No, she should have.
He would have gave her a fair shake.
Would have, for sure. Yeah. Would have been a great clash.
I'm saying it. Winks wouldn't have won 4 Cox Plates if they run the Autumn Sun in that
I'm
Cox
saying
Plate.
if she didn't Polack's criterion in her first one, she wouldn't have beat her. But.
Didn't she win the first one by 8?
Yeah, when she knocked criterion down on the corner.
Oh, so you got to tack on 9 lengths for him.
Yep. Yeah, potentially. The bad, we mentioned it, but we don't need to there's not too much more to add. But what is your thoughts on jockeys, especially, a bloke like Adin Thompson? For a lot of punters, they've probably never heard of him. He's, he was a gun apprentice early on and did a lot of bush riding, but he's been in town for a little while now. He's ridden this horse, Zuna. I think he won his first 2 starts on him and then came second in the BRC size produce on him the other day. Gets to the grand final and he's thinking new beauty. Group 1 rides aren't going to come around very often for me. So good to be here on a horse that I've done everything with since it came to the stables. And no, Mark Zahra's going on. Sorry, mate.
Yeah,
where's the loyalty?
Oh, I don't know. If Genetic Freak gets to a Group 1 and Mac's available,
yeah,
really, you're saying...
I get it. I do get it.
There is obviously a level of loyalty, but...
Yeah, you want your horse to have the best possible chance.
Yeah, you want to give your horse every possible chance, and if there's an elite jockey available, and Mark Zahra is an elite jockey, then I say put him on.
Yep.
Adin Thompson's time will come.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Happened to James Orman on Kovalica.
Yeah.
Did McDonald take over?
Yep. Kukaracha, same thing happened, I think.
Yeah. Those sort of younger guys, that's something that they have to deal with, and I'm sure that early in his career, it's something that Mac and Zahra and those sort of blokes had to deal with. So, just put the best jockey on at the time.
Well, I suppose Adin Thompson does have one thing over Mark Zahra, and that is a Birdsville Cup. So,
well, yeah.
Eat your heart out, Mark.
Yeah. Go and win one, Mark.
Yeah, go on.
Do your best.
Go west. J-Mac, the good. We don't really need to touch too much more on that, but 5 winners last week. It was just an absolute clinic from the
great
man.
rider. Great rider.
I think every horse that he rode too, it was just, there was money for it all day, which, we joke about the J-Mac tax, etc. But Princess Ranis in the first was off the map.
Maybe the tax isn't as in force early in Queensland. Maybe they just don't know about Mac.
Maybe not. Maybe we've never heard of him up here.
Maybe not. But there are a lot of knockers on Mac saying that, he gets the best rides and that's why he rides all the winners. But he makes less mistakes than anybody else in the country, and the cream rises to the top. So that's why Mac gets all the best rides.
That's right. The reason he's on the best horses is because
he's the best rider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, we're in agreement.
I love it when we line up like
Me
that.
too.
Yeah. We do have 2 Group 1s this week, Blake. We've
2 Group 1s.
Very briefly touched on the JJ Atkins just there before with broadsiding. He's a Group 1 winner. He's the sole Group 1 winner in the field, winning the Champagne Stakes.
I would think there's not many Group 1 winners that come to this race like previously.
No, you're probably right. Not that I can sort of quickly like that off the top of my head.
No, I would think that
did a horse
it's sort of
like...
Who knows? Like most of those horses from the Sydney Autumn Carnival,
usually they're coming through.
It's the sort of horses that
run second or third in like a Champagne that might press on,
and potentially the horses that are right on the up.
Yeah,
like Smashing Time.
Yeah,
Mr. Artemisia.
That's right. Like King Colorado 12 months ago, he won a race at Kembla Grange.
I would have liked to have a ticket on Mr. Artemisia.
Yeah,
I didn't have one.
at the big prize. Yeah,
That was silly.
a bit the same.
Yes, he was well back to King Colorado, hundreds into 30s or something last year.
And then on the day, started
Smashed.
$12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got to. Maybe I'll have to have a look at this race and see if I can find something that's 100 to 1 that can win. Melius.
Emilius?
Nah, who knows? He's not 100 to 1. Is there any 100 to 1 shots in the race?
PB Noir for my
There's
trainer.
2. Bo Dazzler
He is the best roughie in the race.
and PB Noir. All right, tell us why.
Well,
Because I'd like to clip this up on Monday and say, Lloydy tipped 126 to 1 winner.
well, he always showed a bit of ability early as a 2-year-old, and I think it was just that he, might have had a little bit on them. He ran well behind Spywire. They took him to New Zealand for the Karaka Millions. Didn't do anything there.
So he's well travelled.
Well travelled, well seasoned
Mature.
for a 2-year-old. Yep, little travel brought him on a little bit. First up, Forgetty went around. I think he got poleaxed at one point, and that was on the heavy track at the Sunny Coast, but he just warmed up late. Then last start in the Phoenix on the 7-day backup, he got a long way back out of his ground and really strong through the line to run 4th. So I think he's going to relish the quick backup. He's going to relish 1,600. I don't think he's got the class of the likes of broadsiding or Mr. Artemisia or smashing time, but he'll be humming late. I think Bo Dazzler. If there's any top 5 markets or something like that out there, might be worth a ticket at 15 to 1 to run top 5.
You said King Colorado. Didn't he win it? Did he win at Kembla?
Yeah,
China Sea.
trying to see Johnny Sargent.
I haven't looked at. I don't know if I've
No.
watched that replay yet.
I haven't got to that replay, but I did notice that.
Yeah.
1300 or 1400 at Kembla.
Elmortzillo.
Yeah,
It's getting out to big odds, isn't it?
yeah, she is. Little pack chaser.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the Stratty.
The Stratty, what a race. What a race. Antino, Villana, they look your favourites. Bella Nipotina, Magic Time, Benedetta, your Group 1 winning mares, all there. I think they're the only 3 Group 1 winners off the top of my head that are going around. The Inevitables never has won a Group 1. But have you had much of a look at this race?
I haven't had a look, no.
You haven't had a look? Well, I have.
Bit of money for Stapati.
Yeah, Blinker's first time. Nice gate. Barrier 4. The old yak.
Interesting. Freedom Rally is a weighted horse.
Yeah, first emergency. Needs one to come out.
Yeah.
Not sure if he's going to get
Is
it.
one coming out?
I don't think so.
Surely.
There's surely one that fails the vet tomorrow.
You'd think so.
Yeah. But I'm sticking with Steffi Magnetica here, Blake.
Okay.
I thought she was very good first up in the 10,000, which I've spoken about a few times. She went back to the worst part of the track. I think it was the 3rd best last 200 metres of the day or something like that in the 10,000, and then went straight to 1,400 Eagle Farm. Again, inside lanes weren't the place to be. That was when it was a bit wet. You had to come wide like broadsiding did, like roll on high in that same race. But I thought she was very good.
It's a shit fight that day, the track.
It was a shit fight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Shocking. But you get a dry Eagle Farm track and you just get a perfectly even surface. So Saturday, I'm tipping they'll be able to come from anywhere. She'll jump from 15 if the emergencies all don't get a start. And wide gates are actually not that bad in the Stradbroke. They've got a big long run down the back. She's going to go back anyway. Hopefully she can get on the back of a horse like Antino or Amenable, Villana, track them into the race. And with that little lightweight, 50 kilos down the hay diddle diddle, Zach Lloyd might be able to get over the top. And I did hear during the week that Jeff Lloyd, Zach's father, his first Group 1 on Australian shores was for Murray Baker on Nom de Jeu. Murray Baker is, of course, Bjorn Baker's father. So now the sons, Bjorn Baker, could give Zach Lloyd his first Group 1.
That's pretty cool.
That'd be cool.
That's very niche.
Niche. That's niche.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that somewhere. Maybe RaceNet.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, that's very niche. Good work, RaceNet. Credit to yous. Yeah, good race.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't done the form, but
I think Magic Time is the other one that I think they might come for her.
she's pretty good.
She's very good, and she had a lot go wrong last start. She got galloped on. She lost a plate. She gets 1,400. A lot of people are saying she's a wet tracker, which I just can't buy into.
I don't think she's a wet tracker.
She won a Sir Rupert Clark on a good 3, She was the only horse all day to make ground. It was the leader's track. She put 3.5 lengths on Villana that day. I know he meets her 6.5 kilos better, but I think she's, well and truly on the up. She's won a Group 1 since. She's got plenty of upside still, I think.
The two that are poking their nose out to me is Nugget and the Inevitable.
I can see why.
They both probably should have won a Doncaster.
Yep.
Was
or the Inevitable, the Epsom?
It was the Epsom?
Yeah.
It was the Epsom.
Yeah.
He was luckless in the Epsom.
Yeah.
I know that's a mile. And Nugget, he was wide without cover 2 years ago in the Doncaster. And then this year, he was really good late.
He looked the winner at one point.
Yeah.
I think this
Just bloused by Classic Legend. And then he didn't have any luck last start at Scone.
Yes. I think he's...
They were going to bring him up here for the Doomben Cup, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon they were talking
was
about
in the Noms.
Hollandale Doomben Cup. And then they've
something.
gone...
They've gone, nah, we're going to freshen him up. We'll run him in the Stradbroke. Yeah, why not? He's a good handicapper.
Yeah. What do you make of Samana? She's the interesting runner because she's 2 months between runs. We haven't seen her since the Queen of the Turf. She had one really quiet trial, which on that trial you'd say no, but it's Kieran Maher.
Yeah, she's going well.
Her form is very good.
Like at Gold Coast, last time she was up here, she sat off the track and she bloused them that day, didn't she?
She did.
That was in that mares race.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, so she's interesting, but a lot to play out. Blake, of course, if you do have a bet this Saturday, imagine what you could be buying instead.
Please do so responsibly.
That's right.
Or buy a UPC Showdown ticket. That's pretty responsible.
That's very responsible. $25 or $50.
Yeah.
And bet the whole, every race all day.
Yeah.
12 races. Oh,
and you can win big.
Huge money
Yeah.
on offer. Got a DM of the week.
Oh, your phone's going off, Lloydy.
Yeah, what have we got? Boys, who is the Australian sports icon that deserves a national holiday in their honour? We had the King's birthday this week, but we don't get the King's birthday holiday up here in Queensland. But if there's a athlete from Australia,
considering we don't get that holiday in Queensland, I think it should be the Daily Cherry Evans birthday.
Of course you do. Not the Wally Lewis birthday or anything like that.
Well, his origin record.
DCE.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what it is, but
Probably unbeaten.
I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if they beat him.
So you'll give him...
No, they beat him a few years ago, I think.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. Like the DCE holiday.
Yeah.
What?
Queenslanders
Queenslanders holiday.
would be up for it.
Oh, for sure.
Gold Coasters, probably not so much.
No, not after the old backflip.
Nah.
No, they got Dave Fafita to
One of
stay.
the best days of my life when he backflipped on that bloody Titans deal.
Yeah, I can imagine. Mine would be, I've gone specific because I've sprung this on you, but of course I've seen the message early, so I had a bit of time to prepare. I'm going September 25, which is the day that Kathy Freeman won the 400 at the 2000 Sydney Olympics. I'm going, that's a good holiday for us.
That was one of the greatest days. That was one of the greatest sporting moments in Australian history.
Yeah, so I think that deserves a holiday.
So, yeah, fair enough.
Probably lines up with like Golden Rose Day or something like that.
I wonder what's going to happen this Olympics. We're going to have a Kathy Freeman moment.
Well,
I always say, I think the Olympics has lost its shine.
yeah. Well,
It's
not
on
if
this year.
It is.
Did you even know?
Well,
You did.
Oh, yeah, I did.
But
Yeah, I
like,
can see
we've
why.
hardly heard anything bloody about it.
That's right. Did you?
I couldn't name one Olympian.
Blake.
Really? I don't think I could name one Olympian.
Well, you obviously didn't watch the
I'm not watching the swimming.
swimming last
No.
night. We
Rab's calling it?
no Matt
Who?
Thomas or whoever. He
Never
is.
heard of
The
him.
bloke that calls the Origin on Channel 9. He's the footy. He's no good.
Matt Hill.
Not Matt.
I'd watch it if it was Matt Hill.
If it was Matt Hill calling it, I'd be all over it. But I think it's Channel 9, so we won't get him. But potentially the Kathy Freeman moment in this year's Olympics, we saw a bit of a precursor to it last night in the pool with the Australian qualifiers. Women's 200-metre freestyle, Ariane Titmus, surely you've heard of her.
I've heard of her,
Yep.
yeah.
And Molly O'Callaghan, or O'Callaghan, I
You
think
don't
it
even.
is.
You can't even
She's
say a name.
I was Because I'm used to Callaghan Park, Rockhampton, but I think it's O'Callaghan.
Callaghan.
O'Callaghan, whatever, yeah. So it was Ariane's world record before the Commonwealth Games. Molly then came out in the Commonwealth Games and beat Ariane's world record. And then last night, the two of them in the final have paired off down the final lap, and they've both smashed the world record, but Ariane won, so she gets to claim it, and she's got a world record back. But
yeah,
it was a real ding-dong battle down the...
I would have just clocked off if I knew I was in that last 50 metres.
You reckon?
Yeah, that's what I would do.
With a world record, but it was a real... I think it was 0.2 of a second between them.
Clock off. I don't want a world record. I don't want a world record. I want a gold medal.
Okay, so you're saying you're just...
World records can be broken. Gold medals, you hold on to them forever.
Yeah, okay, so...
I'm just saying,
She's
I'll give
just-
her a false sense of security,
Yeah.
and then I'll just go
Well,
to
see,
work.
this is where... We've spoken before about betting on the Olympics and how fun it can be. But I think that the tables will turn in Paris. So Molly's swimming cap was falling off her head. I reckon that'd be a bit distracting.
Yeah.
So I think there's half a second there.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm with Molly as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
We might get a
I
price.
like
We might
the
get a better
underdogs.
price about Molly because Arnie's just knocked her off.
What about like any other Olympians I should keep my eye out for? Like I'd probably know a couple of Australian basketball players. Paddy Mills would be playing, wouldn't he?
Surely. Josh Giddey?
Josh Giddey, yeah.
Do we don't get Kyrie, do we?
No, we don't get Kyrie. Do we?
Matt Deli? But Dellavedova?
Dellavedova, yeah.
Is he still playing?
Yeah, you'd think so.
Surely.
What was the other bloke? The other lanky shooting guard. He was taken like in the top 10 in the draft, but he's done nothing.
Like LaMelo Ball or one of them?
No, he's not a ball. He's not Australian. No. It's all right. Moving on.
He was just playing here. One of them, who was playing in the end?
Yeah.
NBL.
Was it Lonzo?
Lonzo. So he's not Australian.
Killed it. No, not
He
Australian.
just came over.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I'll Google it, but you keep
Yeah,
going.
find out. Well, we don't really have much else to talk about, Blake. But in terms of other Olympians, no, I don't. Not that I can think of. I know Sam was... Who was Sam spruiking? The Italians?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how he's come up with that, but...
The sprinting Italians.
The walking sprinting. Power walkers. Maybe.
Oh, that's not even a sport.
It's not. It can't be. That's Kath and Kim 101. That's not the Olympics. But yeah, no, certainly a lot to look forward to.
Dante Exum.
Oh yeah, he was at at Jazz, wasn't he?
Yeah.
When they first went over there.
Dante Exum.
Don't know if he's still there, but
Yeah. Mate, I think we've got a pretty good team. Joe Ingles,
yep.
Josh Giddey, Dante Exum, Delhi. We'll smash
Stacked.
it.
Yeah.
We'll play well.
Tell up the Yanks.
Yeah.
Easy. All right.
Is that it?
Yeah,
We're done.
We're hot
Tight
here.
schedule. Yes. We've got Group 1 racing this weekend. If you're not yet a member, jump on board. We're 305 units in front, 2024. Mm-hmm. That's $3,050 for a $10 per unit punter.
Yep.
So jump on board. We've got a money-back guarantee, so if you're not happy with the product after the first week, we'll refund your money in full, no questions asked. You'd be mad, but we'll do it.
Yep. Genetic Freak, all sold.
All
Off to
sold.
the races this weekend, maybe?
Potentially. He's in the nomination. So have a look out for him at the Sunshine Coast on Sunday. If not, he'll probably go to the races next week, but probably not his go first up. He'll be given a quiet ride. He's going to be suited between a mile and a quarter. Yeah. He's going to win some bloody races up here.
He sure is.
Have a good weekend. Hopefully you back a heap of winners.
That's it. See you, punters.
Later.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.